Hi guys, my name is Sunshine. Welcome back to the African Gypsy channel. I am psychic, I'm a clairvoyant, so I see visions, I'm clairaudient, so I hear words, parts of thoughts, parts of phrases, parts of conversations that have happened or that will happen. And if this is your first time on my channel, welcome to this channel. Be sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon. If you're returning, thank you so much. Thank you ever so much for your support. Before I even get deep into things, I would like to thank Zinzi for sponsoring this today's psychic session. Thank you very much, Zinzi. Your support is ever so appreciated, girl. All right, let's go straight into the messages. Let's find out what's really going on here. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Holy Guides, Archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Ariel, please come through into this reading. Clear, concise messages, please, for the collective. Clean spirit guides only allowed in this space, and the best messages and the best advice, please come through. Clear, concise messages. Thank you. So the first message I get is, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. So a lot of times you might feel as if you're flying blind, not quite knowing what's beyond the fog, what's coming on. You've got your flight plan, but you have no idea what else is in the sky. You're flying blind, but you know that you're being guided by universe to a certain direction. So you trust that direction, even if it doesn't seem to make sense to you initially. If Spirit just gives you an inclination that, hey, you know what, you need to be careful. Look at 2 o'clock, something's coming up there. You need to really listen to your intuition and know that you're being guided. The next oracle message, says, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. And this is a general message that's been coming through for a lot of people. If you've booked a personal reading with me, you may have received a message similar to this here. You know what I'm talking about. There are times where you're in such a mix, such a funk that you don't know what exactly you're supposed to be praying for. Should I pray for to go left? Should I go right? Sometimes you have to pray for the highest, the outcome that's for the highest good of everyone involved, because God always knows what will work out best for everyone. You might not see the full plan, the full way everything's going to play out, but what you just know is that with you, with the Lord, is the hand of victory. And that's all you need to know, basically, at most times. Oh, look at this. Yeah, stand your ground. Hold your positions. The first decision that you made was valid. You need to stand by that decision. Or there's certain decisions you're making right now. That's probably why you're praying, not praying for an outcome anymore. And you know you need to stand your ground. Hold firm, stand firm, and win. Wow. I was trying to avoid such a message today. I think that's another reason why it took so long to come out with another message, but as Spirit would have it, that is what has to come out. Okay, let's go on with the reading. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Holy Guides, can I please have a message for the collective? Clear, concise messages for the week ahead. What does the collective need to know? Clear, concise messages, please. Let's say from the 14th till the 21st of March. What does the collective need to know? This covers the full moon as well. That's going to be quite a super moon, I suppose, in the sky on the 18th of March. Ooh, there are about to be some very dramatic changes. Dramatic changes, and you need to listen to your intuition. While I was waiting to channel this message, I was getting downloads. As you, if you've had a reading with me, you'll know I'll often get downloads even before I get into the reading itself. And I feel that there are going to be some dramatic changes coming up. Remember, I may have spoken about Uranus being near the moon a couple of days ago, and this is really giving a lot of unexpected changes, a lot of twists and turns, plot twists. It's basically expect the unexpected season. And the only way to really cope with the unexpected is to be as flexible as you possibly can be. It's a lot like being a boxer where you have to think on your feet. You know, you don't have a schedule where you know it's going to be a left punch, right punch, a jab, uppercut. It's not, your opponent is not always going to, if I call it, your opponent is not always going to follow that set thing, but you just need to know, okay, if this comes, I can see what's coming next. So trusting your intuition. Again, I'm being drawn to the imagery of like boxing, where I've been told by some experts that the fight is all in the eyes, all in the intuition. Your intuition tells you, okay, my opponent is looking at my left leg, So they're thinking of kicking that next. So you need to pre-calculate your opponent's next move by looking at his eyes before his hands even move, and be able to time a counter move right in time. So time is important. So some things are being revealed and your intuition is speaking to you. I'm going to go into that a little later. Right, let's find out what does the collective need to know right here. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please be sure to check out my details in the description box down below. My email is empressvibes@gmail.com, and I'll be able to tell you how to get a reading from me. Those who've had a reading from me will know that when I do my readings, I don't operate like a mentalist. I won't ask you to tell me what you're asking about. I ask you to write your questions down on a piece of paper wherever you are. And I can even do group readings. A group of you can decide on 3 questions or a question, and I'll answer that question in my reading without you telling me what the question was. At the end of the reading, I will ask you, were your questions answered? And 99.9% of the time, the questions have been answered. I'll leave the 0.01% or whatever it is to human error and just modesty as well. Yeah, so if you'd like to book a personal reading, I'll be happy to do that. I love the woke people who book readings, but I also absolutely love the skeptics as well, because they always come out with the answers they were seeking. All right, anyway, enough about me. I digressed a bit. Let's find out what's coming up for the week ahead for the collective. Clear, concise messages. Archangel Michael, I ask for divine protection over all of those who are connected to this message. I ask for divine protection. I ask for divine strategy, divine wisdom. Thank you, because when those who are with the hand of the Lord are greater and mightier than those who are not with the hand of the Lord, I pray that God may come through in His strength and His might, even over the next few days, show miracles that have never been seen before, because we are still living in a time of miracles. Regardless of what you may see on the ground, miracles are still very, very possible. Amen, amen, amen. It is done. So there's happiness coming in, a lot of happiness, a lot of success, a big emphasis on community, a lot of respect from the community. Many of you may be doing things that are related to a community and getting a lot of respect from different sorts of communities, and you are going to have the freedom to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Crossing your path, though, is conflict. Yeah, fighting. For some of you, remember this is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everyone. So take what fits, leave the rest for someone else. For some of you, it's internal conflict within yourself about how you're going to get your happiness, which is why you've been told don't pray for an outcome, pray for the highest good of all those involved, because you're afraid that your prayer might even lead you into sin. If you say, Lord, smite this person, you're like, oh, okay, maybe this wasn't the right prayer, but pray for the highest good of all those involved. But there is conflict on the ground for some people and a lot of changes. Oh, okay, my cards are all higgledy-piggledy. They've decided to shift themselves when we will work with them. So I see on your mind right now is a divine strategy that has come in. The last reading I posted spoke about you getting a strategy, and it looks like you've started implementing the strategy. It has been implemented. It is being implemented, the strategy that you were being given. And that's what's on your mind right now. You're thinking about the strategy. You're implementing it and possibly standing your ground and seeing that this strategy will actually lead you to happiness. In the past, many of you were able to make money or make a living from using your skills and your talents, what you're trained to do and what comes naturally. And some of you may have gained power and influence. I don't know what you all do for a living, but that came through as well. Right now, okay, I feel like this should be read the way it is. Okay. Some of you, with this conflict that came up, the King of Swords came out reversed. I feel that you may be dealing with someone who's very spiteful, very mean-spirited, very sly and cunning, a person who doesn't speak the absolute truth. Yeah, someone who's trying to create very difficult conditions for you to operate in, whatever that may be, whether it's work, whatever, and they might be bringing around very punitive measures to punish you if you don't do exactly what they want to do, whether it's certain laws in a company or whatever, where you're told you can't do this, you can't do that. If you do that, we're going to punish you, we're going to do that, and all of that. That's an energy that some of you may be experiencing. In the future, I see there is a divine idea coming in, a gem of an idea. Your third eye is open to some ideas coming in. And for some of you, there might be a need to do some sort of research that's coming in as well. For some of you, starting up a new enterprise, a new business, something new, which is really quite beautiful and blessed. Wow, so many aces. New beginnings. It looks like that eclipse season. Guys went through a season of a whole lot of eclipses for most of last year, and into the end of the year we had a lot of eclipses, and eclipses are all about change. Some of you are beginning to see those changes on the ground now. You're seeing what is going on cosmically in the sky playing out. But there's victory. The key is victory. This is the hand of God, the hand of truth, the sword of victory, the sword of honor, the sword of truth. Yeah. So there's definitely a victory coming up. It could be a victory with a conflict that may be with someone who's really trying to make things very difficult, someone who's very vengeful and really out cause trouble. Yeah. Not a very good character. And what's crossing your path? Environmental factors that can help you or hinder you over the next few days. Whenever you find this reading, that's the right time for you, because time is fluid, remember. You might be taking a necessary retreat from the world. Now, I love this card. I always want to call it attack and retreat. Attack, of course, you're in your social circles, you're doing you, being your fabulous, funny, interesting, clever self. And retreat is not surrender by any means. It's just going into the man cave or woman cave, whatever you call it. Looking at your maps, looking at your strategies, seeing how you can change your strategies to still achieve what you set out to do. Because remember, you're thinking about strategy already. This strategy is going to come to you in a video you're watching. Someone's going to say something random to you. Perhaps they were talking about their own experience, and you, in hindsight, you're like, oh my gosh, a strategy just landed in my ears. That's a strategy right there. Because strategy is like 90% of the work done. Then work on the ground is like 10%. Strategy can be very, very important. Even if you've got a whole row of dominoes, but you're told, okay, with these dominoes, you need to strike the third one, the seventh one, the fifth one. That strategy is mightier than you having a lot of dominoes. So strategy is extremely important. I see Virgo energy coming through as well, but not necessarily. So you go into hermit mode. It's time for planning, praying, and preparing for a very important project. It's not you sitting, whining, and feeling sorry for yourself. Sometimes you don't even have the luxury of crying and all of that. You have to really think on your feet, roll with the punches. So what I'm seeing here is you're hoping to be able to keep your boundaries up, to protect yourself. That's what you're hoping for. And that's the strategy you're getting about how to protect yourself, whether it's from dark energy, from any other type of mischief that may come your way. This is a strategy that's directly related to you being able to protect yourself. And I must say that you are divinely protected. You're divinely guided. Coming up is a lot of cooperation coming up over the next few days. A lot of cooperation, working well with others, and putting yourself out there. Because remember, I spoke about this, the Hermit card, that's like retreat, attack and retreat. Come out, you put yourself out there, let people know what's going on with you. Obviously, not everything you're planning, but just to keep on the say public eye. For someone, this might be a particular message for someone in particular here. And Spirit is saying continue to use the same integrity that you've been known for. That integrity is going to pay off huge dividends for you. Right, let's get some spiritual intel on the matter, shall we? Let's find out what is crossing your path over the next few days. What is this conflict about? Clear, concise messages, please, for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What does the collective need to know right here? Clear, concise messages. Yeah, there we go. The conflict again. Spirit is being a bit cheeky, and Spirit is saying that I said conflict, and I'm like, what do you mean conflict? And Spirit's like, should I put it any clearer than this? This is conflict. You're dealing with someone who wants to win at all costs. And he's probably thinking that he's got an advantage. Is one, he's managed to collect up all the defenses that you had, collect up everyone else's swords. But you see, there's still someone there on the battlefield, kneeling down maybe in prayer as the sun is rising behind them. And I see that someone is making some very unwise decisions in trying to win at all costs. Let me find out more about that. What could this be about? Yeah, the unwise decisions are not really going to be a success. They're not a success or a victory in the eye of the community, of the public, and this person may suddenly have to leave the place of their home or something like that. Yeah, it seems like even yeah, because something's not going forward, something's not moving forward, and this person has to leave wherever the home was. This very unexpected for them. And with this, I feel that you could have been dealing with someone who's got what I would call unbridled passions, someone who doesn't hold back, someone who decides, you know what, um, I'm going to go the full Monty. Yeah? I'm not going to hold back on my fight, all this conflict. I'm not holding back anything. I'm going to bring out everything I've got. I'm not holding back at all. That's what I'm hearing. Someone with unbridled passions, a passion to win at all costs, and they're willing to release those passions without. I'm being told to say with disdain. Okay, that's quite deep. That means like without even worrying about what anyone else thinks. All right, let's get some more info about this here. Get some spiritual intel. What does Spirit want us to know in the next 7 days? Let's get a quick remote view of the situation, shall we? What's going on the ground here? What will be going on in the future? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Holy Guides, what is this here? Someone is losing strength, and this shocking news again coming up. This came up in the last reading I posted as well. Okay, this card also wants to flip out. Whatever they've been working on, they could be sort of losing momentum. There's shocking news about what someone's been working on. Whatever they've been working on. Oh, okay, I'll take them. They've been having a juggling act about how do I do things? Do I move forward? Don't I? What do I do exactly? And they're waiting for some transaction to come through to help them move forward. But again, we've got the seeker card, the full card. Yeah, it's true. It's an unwise decision, very unwise decision. There's some communication that's coming through, some written communication, something in writing. Some truth is coming out that it might not really be the wisest idea of what this person's wanting to write down. Because when something's written, it's almost like set in stone. It's your energy attached to what you've signed off on. That's like a contract. But I see you here in your energy of being divinely protected from whatever this is happening. And you have a lot of cooperation, a lot of people working with you from so many different angles. And it's interesting that they're working on something that looks like a traffic light. Or some people call it a robot traffic light, and that means you're reading the signs correctly about what this person is doing. Whatever you're reading is correct, whatever your intuition is telling you is correct. And here you are, you've still got your soul tribe working together with you. Three mind, body, and spirit. This is not just on one level. Yeah. And this is giving you a lot of self-esteem as you're getting a lot of cooperation, like-minded people, your soul tribe coming in, and this is helping you to change the direction. You've been at a crossroads about what action to take exactly, but this is helping you now to change the direction of where you want to go in light of what is being revealed here. What is this shocking news here? What's the shocking revelations? Like startling headlines. Some truth is being revealed, yeah, with the sun and the moon, the star and the moon. Something is being revealed about something that has been written, maybe a document. Someone's coming across some document that is detailing some things that were going to happen or that are happen or that have happened. And this is shedding light on this. And this is shocking revelations, some written communication, some written document of what someone has been working on. Someone's like work plan, if I can put it that way. Oh, this is quite a very interesting energy of a reading. All right, I want to find out as well, what is the victory? We spoke about the victory coming in. If you were dealing with, and we have the magician coming up, so you have the power to cause and influence events in your life, with the number 8 coming in, as above, so below. So whatever you're praying, manifesting, and asking for right now, it will manifest. Carry on manifesting that which you do want. What is the victory? Right next to this person who's very controlling, maybe plays a lot of mind games as well, borderline narcissist, someone who just who's not making the best decisions, and they just want to get things happening the way they want to. Clear, concise messages, please. Oh, guys, that's too much, and I wasn't ready yet. What is the Ace of Swords right here? So someone's having sleepless nights thinking about some justice coming in, that if the scales are balanced, what's going to happen? And they're getting a light bulb moment that, you know what, there's going to be a very painful close to this chapter. From a 9 to a 10, they're already seeing the chapter. And all these birds, they're telling me there's a lot of communication going on as well. Yeah, another bird right there, a swallow, a messenger. Swallows, two swallows, messengers. So there's a lot of communication going on, and someone is thinking about what's going to happen as justice comes in, right? Let's find out a bit more. Let's get the funky cards out, shall we? What is this person thinking about with the sleepless nights? Yet there's a victory over there. What is this about? Judgment for the hidden enemies. So you've had some enemies that have been in the shadows, that have been hidden, that have been sort of giving away your plans and all of that. This is not accidentally, but deliberately trying to trip you up. And these are the people who are going through judgment. Someone wants to say, I'm sorry, I effed up. But they're seeing that it's too late. So now they're having sleepless nights, a lot of indecision, but they're seeing that this is only going to end with pain. Yeah, someone who's been trying to look for fault in everything that you do. This is a time to heal. Sometimes you can heal even as you're still carrying on the process of moving forward. Yeah, defend your values. This stand your ground. You know, you have certain values that you have that as a human being, this is A, this is B, this is how things are, and I need to defend my values, because at the end of the day, if you don't have values, then it's a free for all playground where anyone can do anything. That's why you always have, even in a soccer match, you've got the referee there to defend the values of the game or values of whatever discipline you're in, because there have to be certain rules of how you play. And if you do like this, you're playing right. If you do this, you're not playing right. This is because you're a spiritual warrior. This person's worried now because you're a spiritual warrior, because they probably had a visit from the spiritual that has shown them that whatever path they're on, you're still going to win. You've got the victory. You've got the hand of God. And that's all you need. With us is the hand of God. With them is the hand of man. You know, even Gideon was afraid to do battle, and then God showed him a dream and said, listen, it showed him and said, just go and hear what they're saying about you. And that gave him strength. And Gideon and his guys, he was told, no, you don't even have too many people. Those people you're traveling with, they're too many. You need to have that disadvantage. That's exactly what's going to make you win. And I know a lot of you have felt disadvantaged in different spheres of your life. Maybe you felt like you didn't have enough education, enough finances, enough support, enough knowledge. But Spirit is saying that despite those limitations, you are going to have a victory, because when God steps in, because remember, you're praying already and you're a spiritual warrior, in that realm, in that spiritual realm, that is where the battle is lost and won. What else do we need to see here? Yeah. So I see that there's a quick communication definitely coming in. I'm also getting a vision of someone trying to, I don't want to say a two-pronged attack. Someone trying two different ways of getting to you, trying to manifest something that's not good in your life. But I see the clarity coming through. You've got the clarity and you already have the divine strategy that's opened to you, that's opened up a whole new spectrum of possibilities to you. Because that's sometimes all you need, a very powerful strategy. Yeah. There's hidden communication that someone is worried about, that if someone else gets to this hidden communication that they've been having, it could really change the playing field quite a bit. And intuitively, if you had a feeling that, you know what, I have a feeling someone's been communicating something that I'm not aware of, and they're afraid that this communication is going to get found out. Yeah, they've been trying to twist your values. You know, when you deal with, I've often said this in even other readings, that when you're dealing with someone, we'll call them loosely a narcissist. When you deal with a narcissist, they're extremely dangerous because they can be very ruthless. A narcissist, I believe, knows exactly what they're doing. They know that what they're doing is wrong, and they're willing to test your limits and your boundaries over and over again, because they know it's like playing a game of chess, you know, where you say, oh, king tonight, or whatever it may be, and there are rules of how you play the game, and they can see that, okay, this person's winning. They can decide to just stand up and flip the whole board off the table and say, well, I've won. I'm not standing for your rules anymore. I'm not waiting for the king to get to the end of the chessboard. I declare myself, I've won this match here. So they can do anything, even the most unthinkable thing. Those are the things that they do because they know you, they've studied. But a narcissist is actually quite intelligent, and they've studied how you move, what your values are. And so Spirit spoke about defending your values. They've studied your values and they know that there's certain lines you're not likely to cross. And they will cross those lines with you to just make you act out of character because they know that you're not in familiar territory when it comes to doing things that show a certain moral bankruptcy altogether. That's their playing field and they know that you're uncomfortable. It's almost like having a nice church meeting about how you can donate knitting wool to the old ladies' home and all of that. And someone stands up in the middle of that meeting and decides to go stalkers, something as absurd as that. And they know that you could never match them, and they bank on that. They bank on your moral values, and they bank on you not crossing those lines with you, yet lines are crossed and they're not even playing the same game with you. It's like having two dancers on a stage and they're both wearing headphones and yet they actually dance to two different songs. Yeah, that was a funny example. Yeah, all right. I also decided to do a little coffee cup reading. Yeah, something is not moving forward here in the week ahead. Something is not moving forward as planned for whoever is taking this unwise action. Looks like judgment is coming in some way. Yeah, the judgment is coming in for hidden enemies. So some things are going to be discovered with the startling news that came up as well. So I had also done a little coffee cup reading since I haven't been on this for quite some time, and I saw some very interesting things in my coffee cup today. Firstly, I saw an eagle about to swoop down. It seemed to be like at a vantage point or on a mountain or on a high place, observing, having an aerial view of some situation, whatever, and just getting ready to swoop down. It's almost like the eagle's on a chair of some sort, some armchair of some sort, and it decides to swoop down. As it swoops down, I also see the vision of a woman who looks like some sort of a queen or something, a woman wearing a crown, and they're looking at each other, and right next to them is a ram, a bull. So someone may be dealing with someone who's very stubborn, very arrogant, has got a lot of ego, and yeah, you're not going to be able to reason with this person the way you reason with most people. But you are going to get a lot of support with the eagle and the queen looking at each other. I also saw people looking at a lot of things. I'm also seeing the letters P, X, N as well coming through in this reading. This could be significant for someone, anyone from those letters there. Yeah. I'm seeing again something that looks like people under the sea, and they're looking at a ship above them, and they're pointing at a ship, and I see what looks like a compass, or should I say coordinates from the sea, whatever that may be. I also see a doorway opening up, an opportunity opening up. First it comes up and it's very like rigid and structured. Later on we see an archway, which means a more free flow of opportunity coming your way as well in the week ahead. Yeah, I do see strong Taurus energy. A Taurus is someone born in May. Maybe a Taurus, but not necessarily. But I see strong Taurus energy coming through as well. What advice do we have from Spirit right here? Oh, first, what is stand your ground? What is stand your ground for the collective? What are they standing their ground about? What do we need to know about stand your ground? What else does God want to tell you about stand your ground? You need to take time to rest as well. Even if it's just stealing little moments to rest, to refresh your mind, and a necessary retreat from the world. Just listening to the inner voice, thinking, standing your ground, because there is going to be a reason to celebrate with the world. Yeah. Bold celebration. Well, perhaps world celebration. You are going to have an opportunity to celebrate if you stand your ground. There will be celebration coming on the back of that strength. Because I've been told that Courage is not the absence of fear. Yeah, you have a wish fulfillment coming in. That's why you're being told to stand your ground because you are about to achieve your objectives. But someone's feeling that someone's going to see that whatever they were doing was not really wise, not the wisest decision, not the wisest of decisions to make. Yeah, because they've got this devil energy coming through, someone very toxic, very obsessed, very mean spirited, a lot of mind games and all of that. You see how he's dangling this poor fellow like almost some sort of brainwash or whatever, playing with this guy's feelings, trying to psychologically break him down. But he's seeing that it was not really a wise decision because everything can be flipped around in the favor. Yeah, there's success coming in. Stand your ground because there's success coming through. Guys, I've absolutely enjoyed doing this reading. Yeah, and be mindful of the dreams that you have over the next 7 days. They could be telling you very interesting stories. I've absolutely enjoyed doing this reading, and I wish you so much love, so much light, so much healing. Look at this and trust your intuition as you proceed with this week here. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my details will be down in the description box down below. Until the next one, love and light to you, and do stay safe, stay prayed up. Everything will be all right. Good luck.